Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kari and today I'm going to talk about Squid Game. This has been my latest obsession and I'm so happy to finally talk about it on my channel. Squid Game was a great surprise not only for me but for my whole family and the whole world because it is so popular and it deserves all the praise that it's getting. Today I decided to make a review about season 1 because I think I wanted to just talk about it with you and discuss all my ideas. First, I will make a general review without spoilers and then I will talk about spoilers. But don't worry, the timestamps are going to be in the description below, although I think everyone's watched it to this point, so everyone can watch the spoilers, but just in case. First, what's the story about and why it works so well? There's a lot of people, especially people who is dealing with a lot of debts, and they have the opportunity to win millions of wons playing children's games. That's the basic premise, that's the synopsis, that's even what the poster says, and I think it's a brilliant idea. At the end of episode 1, you get the feeling of what the story is going to be about. You got the protagonist, you see his life, and you got the game and you see how that is going to play out. I think essentially everyone has watched at least episode 1, and if you didn't like it, I don't know what else to say because that episode was the perfect first episode. It really leaves you wanting to see more of the story and I think that's brilliant. I don't want to say anything else about the plot because I think you should watch it. It doesn't have a lot of episodes, so it's pretty quick to watch. I think you just having that vision of what the story is going to be about and then watching the first episode, it's gonna set it up to a great binge watch. Then we have the characters, and I can say that these characters were amazing. We see that the protagonist is pathetic. He's living on the edge. He's not taking responsibilities for anything in his life, and we as an audience can see that he is a mess. It's believable that he is going to participate in the games given the nature of the character and what we just saw about his life. So I think the beginning of the TV show is just very interesting and a great context for his personality. It's great that we follow his perspective in the game, in the competition, because it's so interesting to see the character's journey. Not only the protagonist is great, I think the secondary characters and the side characters are great and they are all there to enrich the story. They're all necessary to move the plot forward in a way that it's very entertaining for the audience. And yes, the show is so popular, it's probably gonna be the show of the year on Netflix and it deserves everything that it's getting. I'm not saying that this is a perfect show. There are a few things that are not the best, but you have to judge it for yourself. The great things are way more than the bad things or the bad aspects that the show can have. That is my recommendation. I think you should watch it. It's very intriguing, full of plot twists that are very intelligent and new, and it has an amazing cast and crew. I just think they are brilliant, they are amazing, and I just want to thank them for the job that they made because I am very happy that this show exists. Now let's go into spoilers territory. Now talking about spoilers, I think one of the best and worst characters of the show was Sang-woo. My sister loves him. I cannot love him because he was the worst, but also very smart. He was so selfish. He really wanted the money. He really needed the money. We see that that's the motivation that the character has, and he is willing to do everything to get what he wants. He killed himself so his mom will get part of the money because he knew that if they canceled the game, they weren't gonna get anything. That was a smart move, but still, I think he's the worst, and the way he betrayed Ali was just heartbreaking and it really made me hate him. Now we have the old man that I think his name was Oil Nam. I don't remember very well. He was such a crucial part of the games. Like when we didn't know he was the mastermind. I really trusted him and I think the TV show accomplished that feeling of the protagonist really believing in him and then feeling betrayed at the end. That was such an amazing thing to do to get the feeling. I'm not saying that the plot twist was that amazing because you could see some clues. The feeling that I got was that I wasn't expecting it like that, but it wasn't mind-blowing like other plot twists in other TV shows or movies or books. It wasn't the best, but it was very well done. And talking about clues, I love also the clues about the policeman and the brother. We got to see a lot about the games and what was behind the scenes with the policeman's story. The fact that we see that his brother was behind everything, he was the front man, was not the most shocking thing about it. I think the most shocking thing was to see that he won one of the games and he joined the company. I don't know how someone can do that after leaving what the games actually are. But he did it and that was interesting. Although I don't think the policeman is dead because he shot him in the shoulder and he fell and we didn't see the corpse. And that's just facts. If you don't see the corpse, the person is alive. The ending was a little bit weird. I'm not saying that I didn't like it, but I didn't love it either. I've heard that a lot of people hated it and said that it wasn't a great ending. I don't think it's a bad ending, but I also don't think that there's a way that we can have a second season as good as this one. That's the problem, or that's where I struggled with the ending. I mean, you see that he's going to take the plane and then he calls the number, and for one small second I thought that he was going to go into this game again, and that was shocking. If they would have ended the season with him just calling and the boy saying, do you want to participate on the game, and that's it, that would have been a little bit better in my opinion. That would have been shocking and you would want to know what happens next and they could think of on new ideas and new things. But now we see actually that he wants to take down everything, all the games, all the suffering, all that he's been through. He wants to end it. Everyone's story is that the policeman and our protagonists are going to join forces and then bring down the next games, but I'm not sure if that's going to work out. I'm not saying that I don't want more Squid Game content because I love it. Of course I want it, but I'm not sure what season 2 is going to be about and if there should be a season 2. But I want to know what you think about that. Please leave me a comment if you think that there should be a season 2 or not. Now, I've heard a lot of bad things about the VIPs and their acting and stuff, and I can say that they were gross, disgusting, terrible. I hated them, but I couldn't see that bad acting. People said that they should be omitted, but I don't think so because it shows the cruelty of the games. It shows it a little bit more, like in a greater scale. It wasn't necessary per se, but it wasn't bad. I don't have a problem with it, and I think it served the story in the way that the creators wanted. So episode 6 was the hardest episode to rewatch because of all the deaths. I gotta say that I really didn't want all those characters to die. The first thing that I thought was between the two girls, and I thought that they were going to play something and then have a tie. So neither of them died. All of the time I was thinking about it and I was thinking, please be it, because I don't want them dead. And that didn't happen, obviously. That was the death that hurt me the most. I don't know why. Not even the old man, nor even Ali. I couldn't deal with it because I was always thinking that they could save themselves. I should have probably never thought about that, but still, I just wanted that to happen, and it didn't. By the way, I forgot to say that they give me romantic vibes, not only of a friendship, but a romance right there. Talking about the games themselves, I think my favorite is going to be Green Light, Red Light. That's just brilliant. As I told you, the first episode was crucial for you to like the show. And to start the games with that exact game was a brilliant idea. My heart was beating so fast during that last scene. The music, the whole scene was just wonderful. I also love the game in which they pulled the rope. That was just brilliant. I loved it a lot. It looked terrifying obviously for them, but great for the audience and so interesting. And how they win, that was amazing. The bridge game was also one of the best. That was so unfair, and you can see that with the first person that is jumping in the bridge, the one that changed the number to the protagonist because he regretted it, obviously, because he knew he was going to die. There was no other option, and that was so sad and unfair. That was a great moment, really, but very heartbreaking too. The rest of the games were okay. They weren't as good as the ones that I mentioned because those three I think are the best, but they were great. And I think the last one was good because of the emotional fight of the characters. Not specifically because of the game, but because of the conflict that they had at this point of the story. Now, I also wanted to tell you what to watch if you love Squid Game, just like me. I have a really small list about the things that I think are similar in a way, and I've watched them all, and I think they really capture the disturbing feelings, the competition, the characters, the social commentary, or something like that. So these are my recommendations. Number one is The Hunger Games. That is a basic one, I think, because of the competition, and you can see the whole series. We also get strong characters, and you have a dystopian world, which is not very far from what we see in Squid Game. It's just that in Squid Game, it's all hidden from the rest of the society, and here in the Hunger Games, it is for the rest of the society. It is a very interesting story. I love this series, and I just think it is a great option to watch after Squid Game. The next one is Parasite, the Oscar winner movie. I just think it is brilliant, and it is very similar to Squid Game in the social commentary. You get the same feeling, the same vibe from the characters, from the protagonist especially of Squid Game, and the family from Parasite. I think it is an amazing movie, and everyone should watch it or rewatch it in case you watched it already. I think I might do it because I get the same feeling that I got from Squid Game. This is a great TV show that you can watch, and my sister told me, I agree with her, that Squid Game gave me Black Mirror vibes. And yes, in some aspects, because the games have a lot of technology involved, and we see a lot of the behind the scenes, and we see the cruelty of the games. So it is similar to some episodes of Black Mirror, and I think if you haven't watched Black Mirror yet, it is on Netflix also, and it is just a great idea to watch after Squid Game. And the last one, which is the most disturbing one in here, although some episodes of Black Mirror are disturbing, this one is way more disturbing than that. And that is The Platform, or El Hoyo in Spanish. I love the name Spanish way more because I think it's more disturbing. This movie is also like Squid Game, although in very different ways. This is a Spanish production, and it is so great. It is fantastic. It also has social commentary in a great and creative way, and I think everyone should watch it. But don't watch it while you're eating. That's the worst mistake that I've made. That's it for the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a like and share it with friends. Don't forget to leave me in the comments what are your thoughts about season 2, if there should be one or not. And also leave in the comments everything you want to say about Squid Game. I will also love to know that, and I would reply. You can click here to subscribe to my channel and here to watch more of my videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.